This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
Today, I'm going to be talking about osteoporosis.
And we're going right back to stretch marks with me.
And after that, we'll pop up in a bottle and see what comes out. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm excited about this one.
All right, Bree. I'm excited that you're actually popping a bottle with me finally. I guess you did last time too.
But... what are you, well, I guess we can save that for the poppin' segment, but I'm already drinking a little bit.
What are you having?
We're but we gotta wait. I was like,
well, I'm gonna guess because it's around noon, so I'm guessing brunch style cocktails, so probably champagne, knowing you.
I'll leave you in suspense.
All right. Do you want to go first or you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. Osteoporosis. So I wanted to talk about osteoporosis and specifically salt, right? Because we're always being told to avoid too much salt. And, I actually think that's like really bad advice. I think that when after the industrial period, we had a lot of canned goods and preservatives, and Americans were eating heavily salted foods. So maybe it made sense back then, but in general, Americans are eating better, still room for improvement, but eating better than we did. So it's almost like we have to put the salt back into our diet. So our bones, well, our tissues store stuff, right? So our fat stores vitamins, our bones store minerals. Yeah, it's always a process of things coming and going. If you need, like, say, some vitamin A, the fat might release that and get that in the blood circulation. And then if you have too much, it can be stored there. So that's what happens with bone. You have osteoblast and osteoclast kind of building and taking away stuff from the bone. And one of the big things that it holds in its matrix is salt. And salt is what makes the bones nice and strong. So a diet low in salt is going to lead to weaker bones. So there's lots of papers out there. All I have to do is go to like a Google search and type in osteoporosis and hyponatremia, because that's what diet low in salt is. Hyponatremia. It's a low concentration of salt, but there's a direct correlation. And for the people that are wondering about salt and high blood pressure, I did a little digging on this too, because there are people that are seemingly salt sensitive, and it's just kind of, well, we don't really know. They're just, some people just are sensitive to salt and their blood pressure gets jacked. So salt in the diet so water chases salt. So if you have salt in your diet, you're going to retain more water, which is good actually, unless you are, do have high blood pressure, because it does raise your total blood volume. But here's the thing. If you have a diet high in carbs, so if you eat a lot of sugars, basically you become insulin resistant. Insulin resistance leads to increased levels of aldosterone in the from the kidneys, from the adrenal glands, and that will make you retain even more. So becoming insulin resistant will definitely lead to high blood pressure. And there's two other ways too. So insulin under normal circumstances basically fights against like cytokines and the adhesion molecules that basically damage blood vessels. It also will stimulate the release of nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator. So if you're insulin resistant, now it's not having those effects. So basically you're taking a hose and making it thicker from the inside and constricting it. So basically there's three ways right there that insulin resistance causes high blood pressure. So, the idea that salt is the culprit, well, that's kind of a secondary thing. It's really a diet high in sugars that leads to insulin resistance plus salt. That's a bad combination. So get your blood pressure down first and then add salt into your diet.
And always, I feel like we should always do a disclaimer. Mm-hmm. This is just our opinion. This is not sound like medical advice. Do not take what we say completely by heart. Always do your research and speak with your healthcare provider. Yep. If you do not have one, contact us and we will be happy to locate one in your area.
Yeah, there's a disclaimer in the show notes too.
Yes, because I just want to make sure people are like, well, Dr. Chris and, Bree, the nurse practitioner, said do this. No, this is great information. It's really cool information. And I totally agree, but we just want to make sure because everybody is different. Everybody is different and every person is different and how your body reacts to different things.
Mm-hmm.
We can't promise you this is going to happen.
Right. But there is research for all this stuff too.
Yes. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying, I always tell people there's always a chance you may be that 1% that
yes,
it does not work for. But no, that's really cool, Chris. And which I tell people all the time, our bodies need salt. Mm-hmm. We need salt. Now, natural salt is different than the process, like you said, food mm-hmm. salt. Mm-hmm. Like that is the issue. That's what was causing people so much issues. And it goes back to chemical and processed foods and why we shouldn't eat that in the first place.
Yes, but I do wonder, I haven't done any research on this, but table salt has iodine, it's iodinized, right? And there's a reason for that because it's kind of hard to get iodine in the diet unless you eat a lot of shellfish. And being deficient iodine can lead to goiters. So if you avoid table salt altogether, you just have to make sure you're getting adequate iodine levels.
And a lot of people try to, because they're like, oh, I don't want to put salt on my food because of X, Y, and Z. No, salt is not the enemy.
Right. No, salt's good. I mean, it's sodium potassium pump is what makes nerves like fire muscles. So why are we trying to always limit salt? You know, this is just like everything else. There's no yes or no, bad or good. It's, you know, the right amount. So, you know, life is about the balance. But, you know, we sort of have learned for years from the American Heart Association just to avoid salt, period. And that's just way too simplistic.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. But that was nice. I like that. What happened in the rehab quarter today?
There you go.
Well, over here in your weekly, I mean, hell, I feel like it's been monthly, but we're going to get back on it. Mm-hmm. Your weekly dose of BS. We are going to continue. Like I know I talked about it while I was pregnant, stretch marks and how I was having a hard time. Stretch marks are a beast. And again, I still feel like it's genetic. There's nothing you can do before to prevent it. There's nothing you can do during. You may can help it a little bit, but it literally is genetic because if it was out there, I tried it. Half this stuff I probably wasted money on. I like lotioned, I oiled, I tried all the different oils, and this shit did not work. However, now that I'm not pregnant anymore, the world is my oyster and I can try any and everything I want to. So if you've been following our Instagram page, thank you. If you haven't, get on it. It's _POPPIN_bottles. During the stories, I have been posting about PRP and this product called, I think it's Maisley's, but it's B-flat. So I purchased the B-flat product. I started it. I'm going to do it for 6 weeks, like it says, to see if I see any results. As of right now, I don't really see anything. I don't even get the feeling that I think I'm supposed to feel on my stomach. Now, I'm going to start PRP pretty soon as well. So I decided as like an experiment to do one side, just the B-flat product and the other side PRP and see which one works the best. I thought that would be a little
experiment on yourself.
And see, because I mean, like my stomach already looks the way it looks. So we'll see what happens. Okay. But for those of you that are like, Bree, what is PRP? So PRP stands for platelet-rich plasma. Again, what is it? So pretty much it's your own blood. You already developed this every single day. It's just running through our veins and it's just something fun that you can inject yourself with. So what platelet-rich plasma, the therapy is a regenerative medicine type of therapy. So it's our own body's way to heal itself naturally. So plasma is a liquid portion of whole blood. So you know when you poke yourself and it's red, that's red blood cells. It's red. That's what our blood is. But inside of that is plasma. So when we do, you have to go to like a doctor's office to have this done, and not every doctor's office has it. So you'll have to pretty much Google where in your area that may have it. I know we have it at Synergy Health, and there's a lot of other places in Naples that also does this therapy as well. But you spin the blood, it separates the plasma from the red blood cells. And then what you take out is the plasma, and then you can inject it in different parts of your bodies to help regenerate the area of injury.
Yeah,
So
because it's a lot of undifferentiated cells, right? So it's kind of
yes,
like I kind of think of it like poor man's stem cell. That's what I think of it as basically.
really.
Well, it's like, it's not quite a stem cell, but it's just an undifferentiated cell.
I guess so. Yeah, it's not stem cell, but yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's not poor man's stem cell because this shit can cost
Well,
money too. I was like,
yeah, no,
because
it's not cheap.
some places charge a lot of money for
Uh-huh.
this.
Yeah, so if anyone's wondering where to get, just Google in your area regenerative medicine. That's where you're gonna definitely find it.
Yes. Um, but like there are certain places that you can inject. You can inject everywhere. And then some people don't even feel like it works in all places of the body. But some of the injection sites that you can help accelerate the healing process of injury is your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, and your joints. So I like this, and this is what I tell my patients is instead of using like a medication like a steroid or some other form of injection for your joint of your shoulder or your knee, you can use your own body's um, cells to regenerate and improve the healing process. And that way there decreases the chance of what's it called? Interaction, pretty much. You already know you have it. It just came out of you. So you know you're not going to have like a medication reaction to it, which is also good for a lot of people. And if it works, it may help avoid surgeries in the long run.
Where do they draw the blood from? Just like anywhere, any vein?
Any vein,
Yeah, okay.
pretty much, whatever they can get.
Where do they? What's I know sometimes they go into the bone marrow. I think that's for stem cell, right?
That's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just it's done in office. It's very quick, easy. It's not that like with the bone marrow, you have to have a special kind of clean, sterile field. That's totally different.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
that hurts. So this doesn't really hurt unless you're afraid of needles.
So what's
Um,
B flat? Are you getting into that?
I'm gonna get into that. So
Okay, sorry.
you're okay. You're just very interested.
Yeah.
So with PRP, the way people are trying to use it for stretch marks is they're using it along with microdermabrasion. So what they do is you draw the blood up, you get it separated, and then you pretty much do it along with the microdermabrasion, and it's supposed to help the healing process of the skin that's been pretty much ripped apart. And the dermabrasion takes off the layers, the top layers of skin. So that will be one side of my body. Now, the other side is, oh, shoot. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Sometimes, things act up with my computer and I'm not always the best. So B flat is a cream that you can buy. The company is called Maisley's Cosmetics, Maelys. I am not a promoter. I do not get paid for this. I'm just trying to get rid of my stretch marks and I'm trying to give you helpful information. So with this cosmetic, is pretty much they say you only use it for your belly. It is a creamy feeling. You're supposed to put it on your stomach in a circular motion, and stretch marks are supposed to disappear. They say it's not gonna like take it away completely, but they're supposed to reduce the the visual portion of the stretch marks. Like I said, all the reviews I've read, some people said that they, you know, felt a burning sensation. I've never felt a burning sensation. I also feel like if you have more fat on your stomach than just skin, this is not going to be the product for you. And this is only me using it for like 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to continue to use it. So if one side of my belly is flatter than the other, you know why. Then I'll have to use it on the other side. So the Maisley, I can't remember if I spelled it or not, Maelys cosmetics.com is where I got the B flat. So you can go on there, look at the products for yourself and decide if you want to use it or you can wait for my results. I will be posting my stomach on Instagram. So please try not to be harsh. So that way you can see before and after pictures. And then again, like I said, I will also, actually, I may record a session of PRP where they draw my blood and the injection process. That'll be kind of cool.
Nice. What do you anticipate is going to be the winner?
I have no idea. I really don't. I just want something to be a winner. That way I can do it on the other side and get caught up.
I'm guessing PRP.
I hope PRP because then it's pretty much naturally, and I'm not rubbing just random stuff on my stomach and spending a lot of money. So that's the other thing. PRP is very costly. The Maisley Cosmetic costs a lot less. Let me just say that as well. PRP, some places it's like $500 a shot. So
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like 1,500.
Some places there it is 1,500. I'm just telling you, like different. It just depends on where you're located and what the office decides to charge.
Gotcha. So when you declare a winner, are you going to do it to the other side then? So say PRP wins out. Okay.
Yeah, because I need to have it evened out.
All right, cool. Well, that's cool. I didn't know about PRP for stretch marks. Never heard of that. I've definitely heard of all the orthopedic indications, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So was I right? Champagne?
Actually, no. Because I mean, my diets go back and forth. Y'all all know, y'all have been on this trip with me. I'm on a diet one day, the next day I get defeated. So I decide to eat and drink whatever I want. And then I'm on a diet again. And then the holidays suck because we get all these yummy goodies and treats at work, which I'm so grateful for. However, I eat it and then my thighs spread. So I'm on the diet again because we had my daughter's baptism yesterday and I ate like crap. So, but then I was like, I might as well just finish up the weekend and just eat like crap and then start over on Monday. But I'm drinking a vodka and lemonade with the Mio lemonade. So nice. Vodka, water, and lemonade.
Very nice. Which diet are you gonna go back to? Keto?
I love keto, but keto I have to be really strict on. Like I cannot do it right now on the holidays. So I'm just kind of watching my carbs currently. And then when January hits, I may start keto full force again. Keto is truly a lifestyle. Like you cannot cheat on it. And so I think low carb will be better for me, but then I may do keto to get to the weight that I want, to lose, and then just continue low carb after that.
Yeah, no, I'm convinced low carb, high fat is going to be the best diet for most people. Yeah. So you should just go carnivore. Do it. Do the carnivore for a few weeks. See if you like it. Why not? It's awesome. It's like steak. It's eating steak and eggs every day. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't really like steak like that.
No, you don't like steak?
Not like that.
Well, I've been on it a year and I love it.
No, I'm sure you do.
I'm having steak and lobster tonight, actually. So.
Oh, well, that does sound good.
So how did Elizabeth do with the baptism?
She did better than I thought she was. Y'all, my baby, I love her, but she does not like taking baths. It is mainly because she doesn't like the water on her face. So we were terrified yesterday at the baptism. It was very small, very COVID friendly. And it was mainly just family there. And then her godparents, which were my friends Angela and Joanne, they live in Boca, and their little girl Aria. So when we were at the baptism, she was asleep most of the time. When she woke up, she was just looking around. We got her up there and they went to put the water on her head. And that mom, I had my fingers crossed and I was just ready for her to show out and scream and yell and do all this stuff. She made a couple of faces and then she was calm. They gave her back to us and she didn't do anything. I was like, oh, I was so proud of her because I was nervous.
So Angela and Johan drove all the way over from Fort Lauderdale for the baptism.
They did. They drove over just to the baptism, and then they drove back.
What good godparents?
That's what I said. I said those are good people. That's
a good 2-hour drive.
Yeah, it is.
So, do you want to do some restaurants?
Let's do restaurants. So, guys, we're thinking about changing up our segments a little bit. We want more interaction. We want more y'all to be more involved. Y'all need to let us know what you would like for us to talk about, what you want to hear about while we're drinking. If you just want us to have conversation back and forth, or if you actually want us to focus on a couple of things. We like the restaurants because we're foodies. We like to eat. So the restaurant that I'm going to choose today that actually my father-in-law told us about is this little place in Naples. It's off of 41 and it's pretty much across the street from the NCH downtown hospital. It's called a Grouper and Chips. It is so small, so tiny, but the best grouper and shrimp and just like cute little seafood stuff I have had. It is so yummy.
Is it
And they
all
can do
fried?
it fried, blackened,
Okay.
sauteed, any way they want it. And it's called grouper and chips. And we're actually going to go there today for lunch so I can soak up some of it. That's why I was like, I might just start my diet again on Monday.
Is it English owned?
I guess so. I don't be asking those questions. I just go eat.
That's
You
like a
sound
very
like Michael asking all these 21 questions. I'm like, I don't ask people 21 questions.
Yeah, so I was gonna do Ninja, the steakhouse, the Japanese steakhouse. But then you reminded me that I did that one. But the reason I want to do that is I want to tell the story how I met my wife in a Japanese steakhouse.
Well, tell them about Daruma.
Yeah, so while I was in grad school, I was bartending just one night a week, like Saturdays, just to pay for gas basically, and to keep myself sane, to feel like somewhat normal because grad school is hell. And Juliana was a full-time waitress there, so I was a bartender, and I just kept hitting on her until I finally coerced her to have a glass of champagne with me at a different bar, and that's that. In fact, actually, luckily she doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can say it. She asked me out first, so.
I don't believe that.
It's true. She did. She's like, "Hey, we're all going out to this restaurant next week. You should be my date." But she was saying that in according to her, just like a friendly way. But I didn't show up, so I played it a little cool. And then she's like, "Where were you?" And I was like, you didn't call me." So and then I was like, "All right, I'll make it up to you. Let me take you on a proper date." And her face turned bright red, and she said yes.
Well, I'm glad she said yes, because otherwise we would have never met.
That's true.
Because you probably would have been in some island somewhere.
Exactly. Actually, my plan was to graduate because I'd moved to Fort Myers for grad school from Miami, and I loved Miami. And my plan was just to go right back to Miami when I finished school and start working there. But then she trapped me.
She trapped you.
Okay, so yeah, it's love. So I was gonna do Ninja, but I already did that. So I'm gonna do Blue Provence. So I did go out on a dinner date with my wife last week there. So it's like a classic French restaurant in South Naples, like over in Creighton Cove, over by the dock. Really beautiful restaurant, amazing service, amazing food. It was just top notch. Probably, I would say, the best food I've had in Naples, I think. I always say Claw Bar is my favorite overall.
I love the Claw Bar.
Yeah, but I think in terms of just quality food, Blue Provence is probably the best. And they have this time of year, they have a prefix menu. I think it's only from 5 to 6. So it's only an hour. It's like $40 a head. It's not that bad, and you get an app, an entree, and dessert. So I had like a smoked salmon, a duck confit, and a creme brulee for $40.
Don't confit.
Duck confit.
That sounds very hard to say. Don't confit.
Of course, I did drop like another $70 on a nice ball of Marcinet. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What are you drinking? You're just focused on me drinking. What are you drinking?
I am drinking Our Daily Red. It's organic red wine.
Oh yeah, you're still on that.
Well, I've cheated a bit, but I definitely notice it when I cheat and drink non-organic. It kind of makes my cough come back a little bit.
You're allergic to something.
I'm a sensitive one. I'm telling you. All these years I thought I had like no allergies. And then as soon as I started cutting stuff out and then ended up adding it back in, I was like, oh, that's why I cough. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm a sensitive one. But yeah, it's like a cheap $9 Publix red wine. It's decent. It's nothing to write home about.
Oh, hey, if it's good, it's good. Doesn't matter how much it costs.
So what did you and Michael up doing last night? Did Elizabeth keep you in?
Oh, Elizabeth kept us in.
Yeah.
Elizabeth kept us in. So we pretty much just hung out at the house. We watched a show called Selling Tampa and ordered pizza. And that's about it. We didn't really do anything because she was knocked out. She was tired, I think, from all the excitement yesterday. So my baby usually takes like a 3-hour nap in the afternoon. And if she doesn't get it, she's grumpy. And she was grumpy yesterday. So she went to bed early. Woke up about 8:30. Played for about 30, 45 minutes, and then she went back to sleep. But she didn't sleep well last night. So
yeah, year one is the worst. Once you get out of that and they start sleeping better, it's like, yeah, just be like miserable for a year.
oh, thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
That's great. What did y'all do last night?
So we went to a ugly sweater party, and I came in third. It was a contest. I came in third place.
Oh,
And then after that, I went to a friend, Daniela. It was her birthday. Went to the Mercado. Went to Cabo. So this time of year, I was telling my wife we can't have any more friends. We have too many social plans.
yeah.
I had three things to do. I skipped the baptism yesterday because I had too much on my plate.
That happens sometimes. Like sometimes you just get overwhelmed and you just like, I need to prioritize what's most important. This is what I'm going to do. And that's it.
Oh, now you made me feel bad.
Oh no, I told you not to come. So
Yeah.
I was like,
you gave
it's
me a
okay
pass.
if you don't show up because it is literally 30 minutes to watch my baby freak out. And she did good and she did end up not freaking out. So I'm very proud of her.
And I did have a patient in the morning, so that was part
You
of
were
my excuse.
working.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. I had a patient that I treated for Bppv. You know what that is, right?
Of course. No, I have no, yeah. Come on.
Well, I don't know. I find a lot of physicians don't really know what it is.
Really?
Well, they know there's vertigo and they know the crystal thing, but I feel like there's a lot of them that don't know that there's a very, very easy treatment for it.
Well, I don't know. I always send people to ENT to get tested to see if they have it. And then you send them to physical therapy.
Oh no, some directly to physical therapy because we can test it in minutes, and it's very obvious when they have it. So, all right, benign, paroxysmal, positional vertigo.
That is not what we're talking about in the drinking section.
Well, no, I'm just saying. So people know what we're talking about. I think we even did an episode on it, didn't we?
I think we did too, but we can follow up on it next segment.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to say that I love getting those cases because it's so satisfying. Usually 1 to 2 treatments all takes.
Oh, well, then that's good to know.
Yeah. So physical therapy directly. There's no need to go ENT.
If they can diagnose it right. That's what I'm saying. Like, because when you come in and someone says, oh, I'm having dizzy spells, I'm having vertigo. Like some people truly just have vertigo. And so like I sent them because I used to work in neurology. We would send them to ENT so they could do the testing. Mm-hmm. And then if they have that or they're negative, then we send them to physical therapy. But not everybody, it could be like, I don't always go straight to medication because sometimes the medication makes it worse.
Well, it just masks symptoms and they feel tired and horrible. I will say that not every physical therapist is trained in treating vertigo, but a lot of us are, and we can treat basically most forms of vertigo. So
perfect.
There you go.
There you go. Well, I finally, it hurt my heart, but I finally downloaded TikTok because we could not figure out how to put my birthing story on Instagram unless it's through TikTok, because TikTok lets you do like minute long, 2 minute long, whatever amount of time of video. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out how to use TikTok at this point. So if you have any hints, let me know. And then I'm going to upload it to our Instagram account so y'all can see everything that's going on and how much fun I had and how exhausted I was. Because when I watched it back, I was like, damn, I looked rough and I was swollen. So I'm going to try to get that up this week and then we can go from there.
Have you used Reels on Instagram?
But you have to record it, right?
I can upload.
Well, for some reason, our Poppin' Bottles, this Reels was not on there. Like my personal account, the Reels is on there, but Poppin' Bottles, they won't let us do Reels. And I don't know why.
Maybe you set it up as a business account.
So
I forget. There's a creator. I can't remember the differences, but I think one of them, I think it's personal, doesn't allow you to do Reels, right? I don't know. But like I said, I joined TikTok, so we'll get it up there. I will get it up there for y'all to see. Well, one thing will never happen is I'm not going to get on the camera and dance for TikTok.
I didn't say we were dancing. And
I know, but that's what everyone seems to do.
Never say never, because if Sophie asked you, you would do it.
Yeah, but not on TikTok. I'll just do it for her.
No,
I mean, I dance with her all the time.
It on TikTok. You won't know. Sophie's my friend.
It's true. I'll probably do anything for her. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Daddy. Well, Chris, I'm hungry.
Okay.
And so me and my drink are going to finish up because I don't believe in drinking and driving. So Drink and I are finishing up. My husband's going to drive us to Grouper and Chips for lunch, and I'll probably have something to drink there as well.
There you go. Don't get it fried. Get it blackened.
I'll probably get it fried and start over on Monday.
Bad. Those seed oils, they're bad.
I know, I'm sure they are, but they taste so good. You have to live a little.
Yeah. Well, to me, that's the number one thing to get out of the diet is seed oils. But I'll save that for another episode.
All
right, Bree, we'll wrap this up. So this is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
And this is Poppin' Bottles. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Do you have unexplained pain, or do you wonder just how healthy you are? When was the last time you had your blood tested? Blood chemistry analysis is a great way to stay ahead of any health conditions, and now you can have control of your health with Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked is an incredible company that sends blood tests to your home. You can choose from over 30 different tests, whether that's liver function, testosterone, micronutrient, cholesterol, or C-reactive protein, which is a marker for inflammation. It's sent to you with free shipping, and you get your results in 2 to 5 days, no physician referral needed. Use the code DPT30 for 30% off. Go to letsgetchecked.com and use the code DPT30.